In this video, I am going to show you how to install WordPress in Windows. First, we need to download WordPress file packages. Also, we require XAMPP application. Description, I have attached download link for the WordPress and XAMPP. Here we have completed the download of WordPress and XAMPP. For the running of WordPress, we require MySQL and Apache. Here I am installing XAMPP. I am just completing the installation. Here I am doing the fast forwarding menu location for avoiding the video lagging. I am using the default location for installing the XAMPP. Once after installation, we need to run the Apache and MySQL services in XAMPP control panel. Verify the working of MySQL and Apache services. Extract and copy paste the WordPress content to XAMPP HTDOCS folder. For the best use of practice, we can put the domain name as a folder name. We need to rename the folder as our domain name. Here I am using Abhi the Techie domain, so I am using the folder name as Abhi the Techie. For updating the domain name, first we need to edit the host file name, and then we need to create a loopback DNS name with our domain name. Here I am using abhithetechie.co.in, so I need to use the same domain name in the loopback address. Here I am adding the same domain name. After this, we need to create a database for WordPress configuration. Here I am creating with the command mode. The command is already attached in the description for creating the MySQL database. I am creating the database with the command. The command is already attached in the description for creating the database. For executing the command, we need to select the command, then press the Ctrl plus Enter button. For the configuration of WordPress, we require to open the Word file packages over the web browser. For this purpose, we need to enter the localhost / folder name. Here I am using Abhi the Techie, so we need to use the same folder name in the web browser. Here we are starting the configuration of WordPress. First we need to select the language for the installation. Here I am using English, then press the continue button. Make sure we are having sufficient information of WordPress creation. Here I am having all details, so I am just pressing the let's go button. First we need to enter the database name which we created. Here I am entering the database name which we created. Then enter the MySQL username and password. By default, MySQL username is root, password is blank. Default database host is the same server, so we are using the local host. If we are using any remote server, we need to enter the remote server IP address and then enter the table prefix. We are using the default one, then press the submit button. Press the run installation button for the configuration part of WordPress. Here we are entering the details which is mandatory for the rest all the configuration and management. So we need to make sure we are keeping a record for these details. Here we need to enter the site title. For example, if you are using any site name, better to enter the site name as a site title. Then enter the username. You can use the username for the WordPress management. Then enter the password and your email ID. If you don't want the search engine visibility, you can check the box of discourage option. Here I am just selecting that one because I am doing only for the testing purpose. Then press the install WordPress. It will take the time for installation. Here I am doing the fast forwarding for avoiding the video lagging. After installation, it will pop up for login the WordPress which we configured. Here I am pressing the login button, then entering the username and password. Then press the login button again. The WordPress page is opened, but we need to configure our domain name in the system. Otherwise, we are unable to manage the WordPress sites. For this, we need to add our domain name in WordPress configuration file and vhost configuration file. Here I am entering the domain details in both. For adding the domain name, we need to stop the Apache and MySQL services. These details I have already attached in the description box of video. You can refer that one. After entering these details, don't forget to save. After entering these all the details, then start the MySQL and Apache services. Then use the domain name for testing the configuration. Here now it is opened with the domain name and we are able to manage the WordPress as well as. If you are not added the configuration file settings, it will not be working properly in the domain name and we are unable to configure the WordPress. Now our WordPress configuration has been completed. If you want to install any plugin, you can go to plugins, then you can search the plugin which you need, then press the install button. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please press the like button, share and subscribe.